You got to be ready for this here kind of word. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about this thing. Let's go. Luke chapter 1. Luke chapter 1. Let's start at verse 39. Once you have it, say, I'm expecting. Here we go. All right. If we're all expecting at the same time, that means that we all ought to give birth right around the same time. I'm just saying, if we're expecting at the same time, that means that we ought to give birth right around the same time. Somebody say, I'm with life. You know, when they're pregnant, they say, I'm with child. Say, I'm with life. Okay, let's go. Let's go. And Mary arose in those days, you know Mary, and went into the hill country with haste, into a city of Judah. She went to the town of praise and entered into the house of Zacharias and saluted Elisabeth. And it came to pass that when Elisabeth heard the salutation of Mary, the baby leaped in her womb. I said, even when you're weighty and even when you're heavy, something can move inside you. Nah, you got to get this word today. It says that the babe leaped in her womb, and Elisabeth was filled with the Holy Ghost. Through our congregation, she spake out with a loud voice and said, blessed art thou among women. Man, if I could just get a couple women to get with this scripture right here, you will understand something so great. But everybody need to receive this word right here. But she said, blessed art thou. Now she's pregnant. God help me. I said she's pregnant after being barren for a long time. But she sees somebody else carrying something else. And she can still sell up. Never mind. I said that she's been expecting for a long time. She's a seasoned woman. And here she sees this young woman, but she's not angry with the young woman for what she's carrying. She said, blessed are you for what you're carrying. I need some seasoned folk to get excited about some young folks that's carrying something. I know it took you a long time to carry something, but maybe they got something right now. You were expecting right around the same time. Here we go. And she said, blessed is the fruit of thy womb. And whence is this to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me? For lo, as soon as I heard the voice of thy salutation sounded in my ears, the babe leaped in my womb for joy. And blessed is she that believed, for there shall be a performance. I said, for there shall be a performance of those things which were told her from the Lord. I know we on Father's Day weekend. I'm just here to read the text. It said, I said, for there shall be a performance. I need somebody to celebrate. I know you getting ready. I said, say there shall be a performance. Oh, y'all don't sound like y'all expecting nothing. I say there shall be a performance. You ain't never seen a big belly pregnant woman and say there shall be. You look at her, you say, ooh, that baby ready to pop. I need you to look at your neighbor like they ready to pop and say there shall be a performance. Lord have mercy. Of those things which were told her from the Lord. You can take your seats. I want to talk to you about the leap of expectation. The babe leaped in her womb, and Elisabeth was filled with the Holy Ghost. Here we have the expecting, who is with expectation, having expectation. Let me say that one more time. I said that you have the expecting, she's expecting, and what she is expecting has expectation. Isn't it something when you come expecting, whatever is inside you starts expecting too? I said, when you start expecting, whatever is inside of you, when y'all are on the same team, y'all understand the same thing because that's literally in your body, it's in your belly. When you start expecting whatever, I'm talking spiritually here, when you start expecting, whatever is inside of you also has an expectation. So her expectation is having expectation, and she's expecting. We got to understand that there is a certain sound. Somebody say there's a certain sound. There's a certain sound that comes from a glory carrier. I said there's a certain sound that comes from a glory carrier. You know it when you hear it. It's not about a note, but it's a sound. Because sometimes people can't hit a note, but they still got a sound of glory. You can have a raggedy voice, but you still know the sound of glory when you hear it. It's something that you just got to identify with. Anybody ever been in a room and you just heard somebody start talking and say, I hear glory in your voice. I just hear that there's something on the inside of you. And here is Mary with her expecting, here's Elisabeth ready with her expecting self. And she hears another glory carrier. Because seed recognize seed. I said seed recognizes seed. Do you understand what I'm saying? And glory carrier recognizes glory carrier. No matter what stage you're at, because see, Mary just found out she's expecting. And right around in the text, if you read the text, Elisabeth's around 6 months at this time, and she's expecting. So here we have two glory carriers, both pregnant, both expecting, but one recognizes something. What's inside of her gets excited because seed recognizes seed. And even though Elisabeth's been waiting a lifetime, literally, just to have the opportunity to give birth, I want to talk to a couple of people that can hear me on a spiritual level that seem like you've been waiting a lifetime just to give birth once. I want to talk to a couple of spiritual people that feel like they've been barren for a long time, but now God has given you a word because that's how this baby came. They gave him a word. They gave them a word. They gave the father a word, and when the father got the word, that's when stuff started happening. And so he got something. So now the mama's expecting. And she says, there's something inside me. And as soon as you said something to me, what was on the inside of me started moving around. It started leaping factually. It started jumping. Somebody say it started jumping. Let's say something is about to jump off. And so, per the Joel Polk version of the Bible, I like to say the translation was something like this, that Elisabeth said unto Mary, oh, dear Mary, you had me at hello. You had me from the jump. The minute you said something, you ain't even have to explain what was going on with me. The minute you said hello, something started moving inside of my belly. Sometimes we just get in front of another glory carrier and we've been carrying and we getting ready. But the minute they just say, how you doing? You know that something's on the inside of them, registering something that's on the inside of you, and they're all going towards the same effort. Do you understand what I'm telling you? The babe leaped in her womb. Let's talk the seed of purpose. The seed of purpose. Somebody say the seed of purpose. The babe is John the Baptist. We know this, right? So the babe that's in her womb is John the Baptist. It is a seed. He is a seed. It is a seed of prophecy, because the prophet prophesied about his function that's about to take place as he matures in life. So this is a seed of prophecy. So I just want somebody to receive that the word that you're hearing right now is a seed of prophecy. Anybody want to believe that the word that you're receiving right now is a seed of prophecy? Don't be scared of the word. It still happens, by the way. So it's a seed of prophecy. I know y'all done heard a lot of false stuff, so we kind of hesitant right now. You know, some of us are hesitant. Some of us like, no, I know where you're going with this one here. But it's a seed of prophecy. The word has said this. And see, sometimes we don't understand that we can all be recipients of the seed of prophecy. We just got to hear the word. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so she's received this word as a seed of prophecy. It's a seed of precedence. I want you to know that whatever God puts inside of your womb is a seed of precedence. That means it's going to set the precedence for something. Something's going to start because of this seed. Somebody receive that right now. I said something is going to start because of this seed. I know even if you had seeds in the past, but this seed is a new seed. This seed is about to set a precedence in your life. So it's a seed of precedence, and it's also a seed of purpose. And we know that John the Baptist has purpose. He has purpose. And his purpose is preparation. Do you hear what I'm saying? His purpose is preparation. How many of us would like to have a purpose that's just preparation? See, most of us want to complete a thing, but John's whole deal is to prepare the way of the Lord, make straight paths for him. Hello? That's what he's there to do. The sensitivity of the seed affects the receptivity of the carrier. Let me say that again. The sensitivity of the seed affects the receptivity of the carrier. You know, when the seed is inside, the seed is sensitive. Any seed is sensitive. The seed that's in the fruit, the seed that's in is sensitive. So whatever the seed feels, the carrier starts feeling. Hello, somebody? Whatever the seed feels, so the sensitivity is going to affect the carrier. So because sometimes things are happening to us and we can't see inside the spiritual realm, but God has put something on the inside of us that as soon as it aligns with the kingdom, it's going to let us know. Amen? Because Elisabeth's walking. And before Mary starts speaking, she don't know what's about to happen. Hello? So she's walking. She's a woman of God. She's obviously been granted a great thing by being pregnant at this stage in her life. And yet still she's walking. But then the glory carrier says something. She salutes her. I want to salute y'all this morning. I hope something is jumping in you. So she salutes them, and the baby starts moving. As soon as Mary salutes her, she said, hold on, wait a minute. There's something that's about to happen. There's something that's about to happen. Some of us have been carrying seed, and we think that God ain't speaking. You just got to let the seed jump. Somebody say, let the seed jump. Let the seed jump. And so the seed is starting to jump, and she said, blessed is the fruit. The seed of purpose responds to the presence of the Son. Let me say that again. I hope y'all get it. I know some of y'all got it right off the bat. I said the seed of purpose responds to the presence of the Son. Now see, this is what upsets conventional understanding, because you understand that the seed is not yet able, the natural seed is not able to react to the natural sun. The seed grows from what it can tap into beneath the surface. The spiritual seed taps into what is above the heavens. Do you understand? So as soon as the spiritual seed recognizes the Son of God, that's when it has to start moving. So whatever's inside of you, you know that it's a God-ordained thing when it starts moving inside of you. Because it's like, I hear God. Anybody say, I hear God? Yeah, you hearing him right now? This is the word. You hearing him right now? Get this, and this is the part that I wish everybody would really get, that everybody would really get, that our praise should only increase at the recognition of a greater seed. Sometimes we got seed, and we see our neighbor who got seed, but we can't celebrate our neighbor who got seed because now we mad. Because we want our seed to be all by itself. You know, we want everybody to see that we got seed because we look deep when we got seed, right? We look spiritual when we have seed. We look great. Everybody, you know, we want to have a baby shower and everything. That we want everybody to know that we pregnant, don't we? Want to invite everybody to know. As soon as somebody, you don't want nobody, come on now. Some of y'all ladies going to get with me. It's like some of y'all ain't want nobody else to be pregnant when you was pregnant because you wanted your baby to have all the shine. Oh, okay. I ain't stepping on nobody's toes in here. Nobody going to admit that. Okay. Like, she had to get pregnant when I got pregnant. Like she was sitting up there planning with you. She was looking inside y'all bedroom. Now, come on now here. But they're both expecting, right? And she sees, and not only does she see that she's pregnant, so she doesn't have a problem with her being pregnant, because again, we don't have an issue. Everybody doesn't have these maturity issues, right? Some of us be like, we happy, right? Oh, great, we about to have, maybe our children can grow up together, right? Something like that, right? But then the thing about it is, not only does she recognize that she's pregnant, but she recognizes what she has is greater. I wonder how many of us can truly do that and be happy about it. I know that what I have is significant, but I can also recognize what you have is greater. I recognize what I have is significant, but I recognize what you have is greater. Can you recognize the greater seed? Can you recognize the greater seed? Listen real good. Stop comparing and start collaborating. I said stop comparing and start collaborating. Stop comparing and start celebrating. It's interesting to me, we have all these discussions about the quote-unquote GOAT, greatest of all time. And everybody has their take over who's the GOAT. And they'll start putting out stats, and then they'll say you got to have the eye test, and then you got to have what was competitive in the season. Then you got to look at, well, could he dominate the game? Could he do this? And everybody has this comparison. My thing is like, why can't we celebrate both? You're great, you're great. Isn't that something? Why can't we celebrate both? Both of you are able to do great things that I couldn't do. Why can't we celebrate both in your own right? Hello? Because truth be told, a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. A lot of people do the Michael to LeBron comparison, right? And they say, who's greater? Despite what the side of the argument that you own, the debate, whatever you want to call the conversation that you own, they're both great. Hello? But here's the thing, right? Michael came first, right? And because Michael came first, even the one who's considered great right along with him says it. See, nobody won't say that. He says, I played the game because of him. I needed him as my premise to get to where I am. So greatness recognizes greatness. Now they can do that, but here we go. Oh no, one got to be, no, if it weren't for this guy, I would have had it. And Michael would have told you, hey, if I didn't see Dr. Everybody is understanding, everybody that understands true greatness understands that they didn't get to it by themselves. I didn't arrive here by myself because, you come into the league, it was a big man's league, right? There's a big man's league, post up and all that stuff, right? And then all of a sudden you got all these guys that are high flyers, that are guards, right? And nobody ever really seen anybody like Mike, because Mike's not a center. He's not a small guy. He's kind of in the middle somewhere, right? But he's able to dominate, right? And so now you have this little guy, so to speak, or a normal size guy going to the rim. And now everybody wants to be Baby Jordan. They're like Mike, right? And then you have this freight train of a human being born into this world, right? And now nobody said, we've never seen anything like him. And I want you to know, whatever side that you're on, nobody's ever seen anything like you. Can you recognize the greatness before you? Can you celebrate the greatness after you? Oh my God. Stop comparing, start celebrating, make a path for the greater that's coming. That's what John the Baptist did. He made a path for the greater that was coming. Quick side note, comparison is often a question of confidence. When you start comparing, often it's a question of confidence because either you lack confidence in yourself or whatever it is that you're making comparisons against. You lack confidence. You lack confidence. And if you would address your own confidence issues, you would stop comparing. But what happens is because we have confidence issues. I know I'm talking to the church. I say we have confidence issues. That's why you want to compare yourself to everybody else. Or to whomever you think is the next one. Or whoever, whatever. I want to speak like so-and-so. I want to sing like so-and-so. I want to look like so-and-so. Right? And I'm just saying, when we go to get our hair done or whatever, I was messing with Zelda earlier, said that she had, I said, oh, you trying to steal my style because she got a partner side of her head like that, right? She said, I wasn't thinking about you. I want to run all around this room because some people would have got offended by that. I'm saying, I'm glad that you wasn't thinking about me. She was like, I'm finna do my own thing. I wasn't studying you. Nobody want to think about you when I was styling myself. See, some people would get offended when you say, I wasn't thinking about you. Oh, see, some people in the church would have got offended. They would have been hurt over that. What you mean you ain't thinking about me? I'm your man of God. Nobody want to think about you when I was getting my hairstyle. Chill out. She ain't do all that. She said, I wasn't thinking about you. Nor should she have been. Why? Because if we're not drawing comparisons, we're not worried about who think what look good. I'm doing this for me. Hello? I'm doing this for the kingdom. Hello? I got to do, if I'm the pinky toe, then I got to be the greatest pinky toe that was ever called to the kingdom. Are y'all with me so far? But nevertheless, Elisabeth said that the babe leaped. The babe leaped for joy. And so the leap of expectation is a leap for joy. The leap of expectation is a leap for joy. So when we start expecting, something starts happening to us. When you got excited about something, you probably start stirring, didn't you? When you thought something was coming, you probably couldn't even sit still. When you thought you about to get something, y'all know the church run, right? You know when you think somebody hit the house, you start doing that little water right here. Some of y'all is when you pull up to a dinner table, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Right? Some of y'all ain't got the rhythm. God gave a Billy Goat until y'all see something that you like right then all of a sudden. It's right? All of a sudden you can move then, right? So they start jumping because they're expecting something. So what's inside of me is moving, and I'm like, how is it? Think about this. How is it that I got all this heaviness because of what I'm carrying? Because when the seed starts to develop, you start to get heavy. I just helped somebody out here. I said when you're carrying the seed and the seed starts maturing, you start to get heavy. See, some of y'all think it's a heaviness of guilt or a heaviness of your past, when really it's a heaviness that's seed. Because all the women in the house, at some point, pregnancy gets miserable, doesn't it? You just be like, just get this thing out of me. There's some folks in the spirit. There's even some men up in here, and you got something in your belly right now. I just wish that it would just get, because it's so heavy. I know my love on it once it gets out, but right now, you just need to go. Anybody that's had a project, I want to talk to a couple musicians. Anybody that's had a project and the project's been taking a little longer than expected, you start getting anxious because you said, man, it's getting so heavy because I want it out. I created it. I wrote it. I took my time developing it. But now it's to a point where it's so mature that it needs to be birthed so it can start learning how to walk on its own. I'll take care of it now, but it's got to get out of me. Hello? There's some ideas that are stuck in some people. You pregnant in your head. Oh, come on now. See, y'all, that's why your head always down. You trying to support your neck because your neck ain't strong enough to hold your pregnant head. It's heavy. It's heavy right now. The idea is trying to get out. And you know it needs to get out. That's why you frustrated. You know that people that are overdue will start walking around to encourage whatever is inside of them to get out of them. I want somebody to start just moving around because you're trying to encourage what's in you to get out of you, because the world needs what you have. The world needs the seed that's in your womb. I said the world needs the seed that's in your womb. But you got to get it. You got to be receptive to it. You got to understand when it's moving and when it's jumping, because y'all are attached, literally. Prophesy to yourself and say, there shall be a performance. Well, y'all ain't say that like y'all believe that? There shall be a performance. There shall be a performance of those things which were told her of the Lord. When God says something to you, you got to really start saying, let's say there shall be a performance. Saints of God, absolute prophecy is guaranteed. I said absolute prophecy is guaranteed. Because you got false prophecy, right? Yeah, false prophecy ain't coming to pass. Then you have contingent prophecy. Contingent prophecy depends on what you do. If my people will call by my name, that's contingent prophecy. Then you have absolute prophecy when God says, shall. I'm telling you that this is the absolute prophecy that there shall be a performance. Say there shall be a performance. If you're pregnant, something inside you ought to be moving. Or something inside you ought to be moving. When God says shall, it's only a matter of when and not if. See, sometimes God has said shall, and we've made it a contingency in our mind. I can tell you shall all day today, but if you don't receive shall, then it'll be a if to you. Let me say it again. I said I can say shall from the text. Not from the text. Somebody say from the text. I'm telling you there shall be a performance. But in your mind, you can make it an if. But if God says it shall is not a matter of if. It's when. It's when. Sarah took 75 years. 85 years. Just to get there. Hello? Elisabeth is a seasoned saint. And we got seasoned saints thinking that their season is over. Your season ain't over until God says it's over. Let me say it one more time. I said your season is not over until God says it's over. I don't care how many people told you that it's not, you can't bear seed at this age in your life. Some people have been looking at you and saw too much salt in your pepper and said, look here, seasoned saint, you can't possibly be ready to give fruit. You saying right here isn't this wonderful how God is setting this thing up? Because the seasoned saint, the seed of the seasoned saint is birthed to prepare for the seed of a younger saint. Oh, that's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. I said, you got to have a seed in this late stage in your life so you can prepare for what's coming after you. Because the seed that you have will prepare for the seed that I have. I said the seed, God help me here. I said the seed that you have will prepare for the seed that I have. But we worried about who having what seed. If I got the greatest seed, let me have the greatest seed. If you got the greatest seed, let me be your usher. Prepare ye the way of the Lord. Make straight paths for him. Seasoned saint is having the preparer. And the young saint, right? The baby in the faith, right? That's the one that's having the greater seed. And sometimes we get upset because the younger generation has the greater seed. When he told you that the younger will, that's, somebody say, that's Bible. That's Bible. You ain't got to like it because it's an absolute thing. You understand what I'm saying? So go ahead and have your seed. I need some seasoned saints to look at each other. If you ain't seasoned, don't look at nobody. I need some seasoned saint to look at another seasoned saint and say, go ahead and have your seed. All my younger saints, I need y'all to look at each other. All my younger saints look at each other and say, get ready to have your seed. Because you just got started. You got to understand that she's in her third trimester, if I'm right about it. And Mary just got pregnant and said, you get ready to have your seed, but we about to have ours right now. Oh, come on, younger saints. Y'all can't celebrate that the older saints about to have a seed before y'all. See, y'all was ready. Y'all wanted the older saints to celebrate your seed, but can you celebrate the seed of the older generation? The celebration goes both ways. Hello? Oh, Lord. I'm teaching appreciation if you catch that. Appreciation. It's only a matter of when, not if. So here it is. This is the thing that defies conventional understanding. I want to encourage the church. I want to encourage the believer, the one who still believes that God is speaking even now. I want you to get ready to jump to conclusions. I want you to get ready to jump to conclusions. See, conventional wisdom tells you what? Don't jump to conclusions. Conventional wisdom tells you don't jump to conclusions, but there's a seed in the season saying right now, I'm jumping to conclusions because I know what's coming. I'm jumping to conclusions because I know what's coming. I'm defying conventional wisdom. See, the world says that you shouldn't do this, but see, I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. See, I'm of the kingdom, and the kingdom lets me know that I can jump to conclusions. What do you mean jump to conclusions? I mean that I can start praising him in advance. I can start praising him for fruit when I only got seed. I can start praising him for harvest when I only got fruit. Somebody got to hit me in this place. I say I can start praising him when I just got seed because I'm expecting fruit. Blessed is the fruit. Somebody open up their mouth and say, blessed is the fruit. She's saying, blessed is the fruit, and Mary just got pregnant. God help me here. The baby is jumping to conclusions, and so is Elisabeth. Elisabeth says, blessed is the fruit, but Mary just got pregnant. Mary just found out she got pregnant, and she's like, here, I got to tell somebody. Let me tell my good friend Elisabeth, I just got pregnant. She says, good, because what's inside of me is jumping, because it already knows. It already knows. So the seed of expectation jumps to conclusions. It's praising in advance. Do you hear what I'm saying? Jumping to conclusions for the believer is just that. It's a matter of expectancy. Jumping to conclusions is a matter of expectancy for the believer. It's a praise in advance. Somebody say it's a praise in advance. The word we receive, y'all hear me closely. I say the word we receive is seed. Because what good is a seed if it falls on the concrete or the rocky ground? I'm sorry, let me be scriptural for y'all. On the rocky ground. What good? You got a rocky heart this morning, you ain't going to be able to receive this word. If you still bitter about how long it took you to get here, that's the thistles. That's the briar patch. The seed can't get caught in the briar patch. That's the bitter things. Some of y'all are still stuck in a season of almost. Almost. That's the seed that catches for a little while, but because it's not buried deep, it gets swept away. But if you receive the seed, once it catches, you receive the seed. That's the seed of prophecy. That's the seed of the word. Amen? The word we receive is seed. After the process of pregnancy, somebody say pregnancy is a process. Hello? It's a process. And for anybody who's had a difficult time, and I can say that testimony, had a difficult time getting pregnant, you know it's a process just to get there. It was difficult, amen? You know, the grown folks be like, it wasn't like a try, right? But it just wasn't happening. I wonder how frustrating that was for Abraham. I wonder how frustrating that was for Zacharias. Frustrating. And you know Zacharias wasn't really the one to blame, not in that time. Elisabeth was the one to blame in that society. Isn't it something? Sometimes it's because your partner is the one that's not fertile. But everybody's blaming you because of your makeup. Y'all got to hear this in the spirit. See, sometimes people are looking at at who you're married to and who you're in a relationship with. And because they expect you to carry the seed, they start saying, well, you got to be the reason. You know, because you're the weaker vessel. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. I said, you're the weaker vessel. So it's, y'all, come on now. You're the weaker vessel, woman, right? That's what. Come on now. You the weaker vessel, so it's got to be your fault. What's that king? I think it was Henry. Had all them wives, and because his wives did not produce females, he would kill them. Did not produce males, because it's all about the male heir. He was killing his wives because they wouldn't give him, and he's blaming them. He said, "This is your fault." Well, bro, it's your seed. We're killing the carrier because of the seed that we gave. Oh, y'all got to hear me in the spirit. I say sometimes we're killing the carrier. We're killing the carrier when we sow the seed. I'm going to say that one more time. I need y'all to really catch that. You ready to kill the carrier when you sowed the seed. You have gave. I ain't talking just monetary. I'm talking about effort. Right? You have gave Aaron, and the one that was supposed to carry it to birth, to manifestation, you like, it's got to be your fault because I don't see it coming out yet. I don't even see the baby bump. Where's the bump? Where's the bump? You pregnant yet? You pregnant yet? You pregnant yet? You pregnant yet? Can you imagine being Elisabeth in that time period? How many years old she was? You pregnant yet? Yeah, I told y'all about that. People like, y'all don't want to have children? Boy, that's the most insensitive thing you can ever say to a couple. Do not tell that couple that. Keep your comments to yourself, okay? But y'all don't want no children? No, we don't want no children, nah. Maybe they don't, but it ain't your business. Church folk coming up to us, y'all ain't having no babies yet? Ooh, it's a struggle right now. And maybe it's my fault. You was ready to blame my wife, but what if it was my fault? You don't know either way. You don't know either way. What if my seed count was low? See, men won't say nothing about this right here because we want to be the ones that can't be on me. What if my seed count was low? You don't know either way. You can suspect all you want to. You ain't going to know. What if it was? What you got to say now? Oh, see, it's easy to put it on somebody else. Well, BB was having some issues. You don't know what issues BB had. Maybe the issues BB was having was me. Maybe your carrier's issue is you. Oh, God, I'm messed up now. I'm supposed to encourage some folks, but I'm messed up now. What if your seed kept in mind? What if it was really on you? What if you can only have seed that incubates and not seed that propagates? See, that's on you. It's on the seed giver. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Y'all with me? I don't want to lose y'all. I want y'all to be encouraged this morning, but I want you to think too. Y'all know I wasn't going to let y'all out of here without thinking, really, right? What if it's on you? Man, ain't that something? You got to sit in that thing. You got to sit back and, oh, my God. I've been blaming Elisabeth when it was really Zacharias. I've been blaming Zacharias when it was really Elisabeth. We've been blaming each other when really it was God's timing. I'm pointing at you. God, help me here. I say, I'm pointing at you pointing at me, and neither one of us is asking God about a thing. And I'm going to tell you this, and y'all going to get this next week, that even the Lord can send Gabriel straight to your door and tell you what's going to happen, and the seed giver will still have doubts. The seed giver will still have doubts, and when the seed giver has doubts, God will shut you up. Read the text. Oh, I'm gonna deal with that thing. It's called silencing the doubters. I'm gonna deal with that thing. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes us as the God, I gotta drip into a little. I gotta get into a little bit, right? Sometimes the seed carrier, the seed carrier is wondering what happened. Why can I hear from the seed giver? That's because they had doubts. And now God got to shut them up long enough to see manifestation. Oh, it's good. It's real good. I'm telling you, Luke 1 changed, it messed up my whole. I read that thing and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Is anybody getting something from this? I'm almost out your way. I gotta move here. I said, they jump into conclusions here. And so the word we receive is seed. Y'all got that? After the process of pregnancy, birth brings manifestation into the world. I want to encourage somebody that you're about to bring manifestation into the world. I say you're expecting life and you're about to bring life into the world. I said you're expecting life and you're about to bring life into a world. There shall be a performance. I said there shall be a performance. I need a couple people to get with me and I'm out your way. Say there shall be a performance. Come on, open up your mouth and say there shall be a performance. I need to act like there's something inside of you. You need to feel this thing jumping on the inside of you. Say there shall be a performance. Now I dare somebody in this place to take a leap. I dare somebody in this place to take a leap. You ain't got to get out. Say somebody in this place to take a leap. Come on, open up your mouth and give God praise all over this place. Because there's something inside of me. There's something inside of me. There's something inside of me that hears glory. And when what's inside of me hears glory, it starts jumping. It starts leaping. It's leaping for joy. It's jumping to conclusions. Because what's inside of you is ready to give praise now. I said what's inside of you is ready to give praise now because it recognizes what's across from it is even greater, and it's about to bring God into the world. It's about to give God in a brand new dynamic. It's about to give God in a way that we never seen. Maybe it's a word nobody never heard in their language. Maybe it's something that maybe somebody didn't understand. They heard the word, but they didn't get revelation. Maybe somebody is pregnant with revelation in this place. I just want to talk to a couple people that's got, maybe they're just pregnant with revelation, and it's been brewing inside of you. And see one thing, somebody has understanding in their belly right now. They got understanding and is ready to give birth. And the understanding is saying, I see revelation on you. I see revelation on you. I understand. I'm preparing for revelation. So whether you're preparing for revelation or whether you are revelation, I need somebody to start jumping for joy. I need somebody to leap to conclusions. Just jump to conclusions. Say, I know what's coming. Open up your mouth and say, I know what's coming. Somebody open up their mouth and say, I know what's coming. Somebody say, I know what's coming. Say, I'm about to jump to conclusions. Come on, say, I'm about to jump to conclusions. I'm about to praise him in advance. In my heaviness, in my weightedness, it's my third trimester, but something inside of me is saying, I see something greater. I see something greater. I see something greater. I feel something greater. Take a leap. Take a leap. Jump to conclusions. Praise him in advance. Give God praise all over this place.